Today's story is gonna be The 9 Lives of Rotten Ralph. Rotten Ralph loved being Sarah's cat. He lived a charmed life doing every rotten thing he wanted and never worried about his future. Until one morning, when he woke up feeling very, very tired, he had spent a night being rotten with his alley cat friends. Now he could barely roll out of bed. Finally, he got up and drifted toward the bathroom. Suddenly, he cried out loud. In the mirror, he looked like a ghost. He was so pale, he could almost see right through himself. Sarah, he wailed, "Help me!" Sarah came running to rescue Ralph. "Oh dear," she said as she saw him. "You don't look well. We'd better get to the vet." Ralph was afraid of the vet, but this time he was glad to go. "I hope she makes me drink awful tasting medicine," Ralph thought. "Sarah always says the worse it tastes, the better I feel." The vet explained Ralph. Then she had some bad news for Sarah. "I've seen this before. Your cat has used up 8 of his 9 lives," she whispered. She pointed toward the 9 lives chart. "Sadly, I believe his best days are behind him." Sarah was puzzled. "How could this happen?" she asked. "She took such good care of Ralph." Just then, Rotten Ralph read the chart. He fainted and fell to the floor. Sarah picked him up and Ralph groaned. "Remember," warned the vet, as Sarah carried Ralph out the door. "He's down in his last life. One more slip and he'll be gone forever." When they returned home, Sarah gently stretched Ralph on the couch. She sat next to him and patted his worried brow. When he felt better, Sarah asked the big question that was in her mind. "Ralph," she said, "how did you lose so many lives?" "The first life lost when I was left behind at the circus," he said with a sniffle. "They only fed me stale popcorn and rotten candy apples. They didn't me in. And I never forget the time Mr. Pierre caught me running wild in his poodle parlor," he moaned. "That was fun until he got me by the tail. Then there was a time you took me to school for show and tell," he recalled. "Showing a knock a red ant farm and the angry ants carried me away. They did not play nice." Ralph thought back at his cousin Percy's Christmas visit. Ralph had been very rotten to Percy, so Percy had rolled a giant snowball on the roof. It landed on Ralph's head. "I don't think it deserved to lose alive over that," Ralph sniffled again. "What about a black cat you chased on Halloween?" Sarah asked as she wiped her eyes. Ralph whimpered. "That was the witch's cat, and it turned me into the carved pumpkin." And then I remember his worst birthday ever. Ralph wouldn't share his cake, so everyone played to pin the tail on the cat with him. "That was definitely not a happy birthday," he said sadly. Suddenly he thought of sweet Petunia. He had brought a squished stink bug to her Valentine's party. In return, she squished him like a bug. Ralph sighed. "Petunia was a lot tougher than I thought." But the worst was Mr. Fred. "He carried me kicking and screaming himself into his cat to school, Ralph. Remember, I was lucky to get out of there with just 1 lost life." Sarah counted her fingers. "That means 8, she thought. "And those 8 lives, your best days, his future does not look bright." "Well, Ralph," she announced, "your days are behind you. I'll protect you from here out." Or she made certain Ralph did not anything to hurt himself. She dressed like it was a kid, and she spooned her old baby buddy. When Ralph was eating a mouse, Sarah had to taste it first. "It won't be poison," she cautioned. He took a bite. "Disgusting," she announced, "beast, but safe." The more Ralph missed out a rotten life, the worse he felt. He looked out a window. All his cat friends were climbing trees. They were chasing squirrels. They were tiptoeing across the laundry lines. Sarah's gone too far, he thought. The next morning, Sarah got ready for school. "When I'm all way, I want you to eat your vital vitamins and drink your anti-germ juice," she instructed. Rotten Ralph groaned. "I will kill me to sit inside all day and do nothing." The moment Sarah was out of the door, Ralph took off his baby clothes and leapt out a window. "Life is no going to pass me by," he said. He ran into the aquarium and grabbed the electric eels. That shocked him back into action. He dashed over the carnival and took a seat in a catapult. He was blasted all the way across town. It felt good to have so much rotten fun. Then he ran off looking for mean dogs to tease. When Sarah came home, Ralph was missing. "Oh no," she cried. "I knew I shouldn't have trusted him with his last life." She called out his name. She searched everywhere. She tackled up little posters on a picture, but she could not find Ralph. Finally, as she walked back home, she looked up at the stars. They seemed to form an outline of the cat in the dark night sky. I only hope he makes it into cat heaven, she said, sniffing sadly. But Ralph was not a cat heaven. He was sitting snoozing on a couch. Sarah was so surprised. She jumped on him and gave a big hug. Why, you rotten cat, she growled. You almost sent me to cat heaven. Don't do that, Rethel. I only have one life left. And for you, I saved the best for last. The end.